Hello everyone, this is Tom from Dirk Witte Music Store in Utrecht, the Netherlands. And today we're taking a look at a rather unusual Fender guitar. This is a Fender Modern Player Starcaster electric guitar in a natural finish from the year 2014. Rather unusual when it comes to models made by Fender for a wide variety of reasons. As you can probably tell, dual humbuckers, we got a tunematic bridge, a semi-hollow body construction. Very much non-Fender alike when you compare it to like a Telecaster or the Fender Stratocaster. So yeah, let's dive into the specs and also a little bit of the history. So this model was first introduced in the 1970s, kind of to compete with the kind of an ES style guitars. They also had the Coronado in the late 1960s, which was also an attempt at like getting into the semi-hollow body electric guitar realm. And yeah, they just took it a notch further in the 1970s with this model, the Starcaster, and then in the 2010s they had revived this model with basically the same type of specs, but then as part of the Fender Modern Player line, so also with a little bit more modern type of specs. So let's dive into the specs right now. Body is a semi-hollow body construction made out of maple. And then we've got a big maple block in the center, so very much ES type of style. Also done with the dual sound holes. We've got two Fender embossed wide range humbucker pickups. And then we have got the tunematic style bridge along with your stop tailpiece, so very much Gibson-esque, dare I say. And then also kind of an ES inspired type of pickguard and layout. So a three-way pickup selector switch, which is not the blade type of switch that you normally see on models made by Fender. Then also dual tone and dual volume controls for the two humbucker pickups. Got your input jack over here on the side. We also got some dual or like two-layer binding around the top as well as on the back, and your Fender plaque over there. Got a maple neck with kind of like a medium to thin type of profile. It's kind of like in the realm of Squire, because this model, although it says Fender on headstock, it's maybe a bit controversial, but it is made in China. So that is, yeah, like I said, a little bit controversial because it does have the Fender name on the headstock, but it is basically like in the realm of like a very high-end guitar made by like Squire. So it is also kind of that same type of build quality, the same type of finish and feel and such. And then also that neck profile also feels very much like those types of necks that you also find on the like the vintage modified series and like the more higher end models made by Squire. We still got the skunk stripe there on the back, and then we've got a 9.5-inch fingerboard radius, so that is a little bit more modern spec. By the way, this one does at the moment come with flat wound strings, so that is also quite an interesting choice. Also kind of then feels a little bit different, and it will probably also sound a little bit like jazzy and a little bit mid-rangey, a little bit dark because of those types of strings, just so that you know. Just got your simple dot inlays and a what appears to be like a bone impression type of nut material. And then your truss rod access over there on the face of the headstock, and then your rather unique headstock design that is unique to this model, the Fender Starcaster. It's kind of like yeah, it is not that of a Telecaster nor of a Stratocaster. It is really just its own thing. Got your single string tree and then your Fender branded die-cast tuners over there on the back. And yeah, this guitar at this moment of filming is actually quite rare and also kind of like sought after, so hence that it is not very cheap. It's kind of like starting to become like a little bit of a collector's type of item. So making this model also quite rare because of that, because this line of models with Fender on the headstock and then being made in China was kind of short-lived, because it kind of rubbed people the wrong way, I think, at the time. So they then, this line was discontinued quite soon after that, making these even the more rare. So, but it is still nonetheless a very cool guitar plays and sounds really cool, and it also just looks super cool because this is just a very unusual model for Fender, but it is again really cool, and it is also just in a real nice shape despite it being 10 years old. Really nowhere to go over, like no nicks or dings that I can see. Maybe some very minor scratches here and there, but that is to be expected for a guitar this old, and also the headstock is just looking really fine. So yeah, it is just in a really nice condition and a playing and working order. So let's hear what it sounds like, but first, if you're interested in this Fender Modern player Starcaster from 2014, be sure to head over to the links in the description for further details. If you enjoyed this demo, be sure to like the video and to subscribe to the channel for more cool weekly demos of cool electric guitars like these, or cool acoustics, bass guitars, amplifiers even, all of that really cool stuff. Also be sure to like us and to follow us on our socials, Instagram and Facebook. Links are also in the description. With all that being said, let's hear what this Fender Modern Player Starcaster sounds like. I'm going to be playing it through the 1966 Fender Super Reverb. First be playing you the clean tones, and then I'll be playing you the dirty tones, for which I will be using the MXR Duke of Tone overdrive / distortion pedal. So let's get to that part and take this unusual Fender from 2014 for a spin.